On the 18th of September 2018, the Constitutional Court ruled unanimously that the possession and cultivation of cannabis is no longer a criminal offence, and they gave Parliament 24 months to write new legislation. To date, 22 months after the ruling, as one of the principal plaintiffs in this matter, the Department of Justice have not reached out to me or the Cannabis Development Council in order to discuss the deliberations on the new policy. The policy is being driven by the Legislative Development Branch of the Department of Justice, who are also responsible for the preparation of the state's defense in my case. The full bench of the High Court described this defense as singularly unimpressive, and that is a concern for us. So we are in the position where the same people in the government department that was comprehensively defeated in the highest court of the land are now responsible for writing the new policies without any consultation. How is this possible? How can we claim that this is the people's government when this sort of insensitivity continues? How can we rely on the people opposed to cannabis to write new inclusive legislation? Let me state this unequivocally for the government and the Department of Justice to understand. The Constitutional Court left this in your hands to come up with new legislation. This implies consulting broadly to determine policy that is in line with international standards and also the will of the people of this land. Having recently engaged with the Department of Justice about the new legislation, we've come to realize that they only intend to pursue the bare minimum to decriminalize the usage of cannabis in a private space. This crucially negates the fact that a very large majority of our people do not have access to a private space to use and cultivate cannabis. If the government had a consultative public participation process, these facts would clearly have emerged. This lack of consultation leaves us with no other option but to go back to court to get another ruling, which in all probability will be sent back to Parliament, and we would have wasted valuable time, resources, money, and energy. Government's current approach indicates a lack of understanding of the potential of a new cannabis economy and the critical and very necessary role industrial cannabis can play in reconstructing our economy post-COVID-19. Serving as a green stimulus and reconstruction agent that empowers small farmers with a viable crop and creating a host of opportunities for new entrepreneurs to power the reindustrialization of South Africa. The Cannabis Development Council of South Africa has consulted broadly and looked at best practice around the world to come up with policy suggestions that are inclusive and geared towards broad-scale economic development using indigenous land-raised cannabis to stimulate our new green economy.